Last time on Shadow Piece, the first night after leaving Elbaf took place. Before falling asleep, Bronya and Perona talked about their respective love lives, or rather the non-existence of them. The Iron Maiden did not actively pursue her crush, and the Ghost Princess had no success in her chase. Her aloof target never openly showed any signs that he cared for her until the day she left his island, where all she got was a "stay safe." However, that simple statement made her heart skip a beat, even more than usual. With their talk over, the focus switched over to Liv, who was experiencing a special dream, a nightmare. The classic bad dream elements of endless running and falling out of nowhere happened to the young girl, but then some more out of the ordinary portions took place. Never-ending laughter and a rhythmic heartbeat filled her ears, and after noticing that she sleepwalked, she found herself in front of the locked room with the devil fruit the crew got on Elbaf. However, for some reason the door was now open. Before she could get inside and do anything stupid, she got caught by Gecko Maria, who looked a bit different. His otherwise upright standing hair was going down to his shoulders. The Shadow Emperor actually styles his hair every single day. In the hold of her adoptive father, her agitated body quickly calmed down and fell back into a deep sleep. When Maria wanted to put her back into her own bed, she continued to cling to his body, so the only logical decision was that he just let her sleep in his room. And with that, the first night came to an eventful end. In the next morning, Liv isn't even embarrassed about waking up in Maria's room. She just walks up to her father, currently styling his hair, and hugs him. After saying good morning, she rushes back to her own room to get dressed. The Shadow Emperor enjoys every second of this attached stage his daughter is going through at the moment, because as soon as she hits puberty, it's all going to change. At least it was like that for Perona, and who knows how hard giant puberty is going to be. An ordinary morning with a great breakfast prepared from Charlotte Sanji. It's great to have a trained cook on your ship. That really is something the Strawhat Pirates are lacking. Well, they did have the shadows of multiple high-class chefs, but they are all gone at this moment. With food in their stomachs, it's time for the day to start. Bronya took the portal back to Elbaf to take care of the children over there. Perona went into her wonder garden together with Liv, showing her the pretty flowers and other plants she raises there. Absalom and Sanji went somewhere to train. The last remaining Germa is still set on training one singular kick to perfection. And finally, Brook and Maria. This unusual duo is standing at the front of the ship, using their observation haki at full blast. For today, their plan is to find either patrolling marine ships or passing by pirate ships, then defeat them and collect their shadows. As crews active in the New World and also this close to areas like Wano and Elbaf, they all have to be decently powerful and be of good use for zombies. The musician of the crew is feeling a bit conflicted. He also once got his shadow stolen and was out to get it back, but to stop his rampage, Maria just decided to let the skeleton fencer join his crew. And it is not like they die after losing their shadows. All they need to do is become nocturnal, and it's basically like nothing changed at all. Now that he's on the side of the shadow stealers, he needs at least a small coping mechanism. It's a very productive day for all of them. Their first victim is a group called the Big Boy Pirates. All of the members are buff men that work out together in the gym. All of them are brawlers, and their average bounty is over 300 million berries. Quite an impressive feat for a pirate crew actually. But the people opposing them are basically an unofficial Yonko crew. Death King Brook runs over the water like a true messenger of death. Not only do the gym bros fear the skeleton body without as much as a gram of muscles, but they instantly start attacking the intruder. That's just how pirates work. Swift movements from Brook allow him to dodge all of their strikes. Left, right, up, down. Any direction is possible for the skeleton. And then, when a chance appears, he counters with the freezing powers of his Soul Solid fencing style. Ice blocks form around the parts the Strawhat Pirates sliced, and now the Big Boy Pirates are in between a rock and a hard place. Destroying the ice would open the slash wound up to bleed, but the frozen parts obstruct their movements and attacks. However, before they can even make a decision, Brook casually walks past them and jumps back to the Strawhat ship. The buff men are confused, as their invader just left like nothing happened. But when Brook sheaths his cane sword, massive gashes open up on their bodies and they all drop on the ground, defeated. Now shadow farming can begin. Moria nonchalantly picks up their unconscious bodies and takes his scissor swords to get himself new shadows for a zombie army that will be used in the war against the Blackbeard Pirates. Over the course of the day, they encountered 4 more pirate crews and 2 marine ships. All of them easily got defeated by Brook without breaking even one single sweat drop. Maybe because skeletons don't have sweat glands. Yo! In total, this shadow hunt amounted to 174 shadows. A good start, and all these zombies will also help in the work procedures on the thriller bark. Just to make sure that none of the shadowless humans go out into the sun, Brook left them a letter stating their new rules of life. The world might think that a new user of the shadow fruit appeared, but it is in fact still the same man who was once a Waller of the Seas, Gecko Moria. Each group worked well together, and with every day they continued to grow stronger. Over an entire week, the Strawhat Pirates repeated this daily routine, amassing around 1,300 shadows, and Brook has earned himself the rumored title of Grim Reaper. Word spread around fast in the Grand Line, and the news of a skeleton going around countless ships has reached all kinds of people. Among them, some want to seek the challenge of a battle against the real Grim Reaper, and others read between the lines and realized that this marks the comeback of the Strawhat Pirates. All over the globe, with these news, the Fleet of Death starts raising hell. Well, they are not pursuing mindless destruction against civilians, but let's just say numerous marine ships have been sunk. In the opposite direction where Moria and his crew sail towards to, the new giant warrior pirates have encountered their first challenge as well. A single marine vessel has been sent out to further investigate the rumors of the Grim Reaper of the New World. All the other ships that went back to Marine HQ were filled with traumatized marine soldiers. Tales of a dapper and yet horrifying skeleton got told. With the world still thinking that the Strawhat Pirates lost against the Beast Pirates and fled after the death of Gecko Moria, this appears like another attempt to rise in infamy. So the skeleton appearance can be assigned to the Death King Brook, but the Stolen Shadows are throwing a curveball at them. Did the Dark Messiah perhaps learn Blackbeard's secret of how to have 2 Devil Fruit powers, or is something completely different going on here? On the course to engage with the giants is Vice Admiral Stainless, a tall man standing at 251 centimeters. As expected of a high-ranking marine, he is also very well built. The part of his body he is best known for is his handlebar mustache, and his belief in absolute justice. Back when Akainu and Aokiji were battling for the Fleet Admiral title, he was supporting the Red Dog. Hyrdine is still recovering from all of his tournament battles, and his injured state quickly gets reported by the lookout of the marine ship. The situation is looking grim, but the newest member of their crew is raring to go and test his power against the outside world. Tyr ignites his blade and starts slashing towards the Marine Vice Admiral, who takes out his own katana in response to parry the fire slashes. An unknown pirate is attacking his ship. This won't be forgotten, and a bounty will surely be issued, commanding his soldiers to fire the cannons at the Elbaf giants, as he himself leaps over the open sea to deliver justice. Confident enough to take the entire crew by himself, simply with cannonball assistance. After all, they are just filthy pirates, and their strongest fighter, the Sin of Pride, Hyrdine, is incapable of using his full power, so this will obviously result in a big capture. Their blades clash against each other, and the ocean around them gets tumultuous. With every skirmish, the waves get rougher and rougher. It quickly becomes apparent to Stainless that Tyr isn't just an ordinary new recruit, and on the opposite side, the aspiring god of war is enjoying his first battle in the outside world, already discovering the strength of human swordsmanship. He increases the heat of his flames to get the advantage in the battle. As a person that never left his home island, he isn't used to fighting on a wooden ship. The temperature continues to rise, and Tyr is starting to dominate the battle until someone intervenes. Stanson, the crew's shipwright, grapples the fiery swordsman, instantly shouting at him, "And who do you expect to repair all of these damages, huh?" Burn marks and even flames have spread across the deck. Gerd and Goldberg are hastily trying to keep their ship from burning down. Meanwhile, Hyrdine is doing his best to keep the cannonballs away. Because of Tyr's inexperience, things have become a bit more complicated than they should have been, so that even the navigator Road has to pull out his sword. With a strike using his full power, he sends the Vice Admiral flying into the water, as far away from the marine ship as possible. They wouldn't have lost the battle, but getting all the resources to repair the gigantic ship outside of Elbaf is just a horrible experience. After escaping, Tyr surely got a good talking from Stanson. But for today, that's the end of our episode. A bit abruptly, but that's just how things work. Now we're looking at how the Strawhat Pirates are going to continue getting shadows, and also how the new Giant Warrior Pirates are going on their own journey. We are actually looking at a split arc. Not only are we looking at the Strawhat Pirates, but also at the new Giant Warrior Pirates. This is my practice for me to learn how I can work out multiple point of views. But I guess we can look how it actually works out in the future episodes of Shadow Piece. Because that's all for me for today. All that's left to be said is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Pyro out. Bye!